First, I'd just like to share, although it may be common knowledge, through the ISIS reported statistics, the Kenora district has the highest prevalence of type 2 diabetes in North America. We know that in acknowledging that prevalence is also dramatically underreported. The reason that I'm here today is to do screening. We've done 3 screenings already this week and in 3 different communities, and I can tell you that we have discovered no less than 10 people living with diabetes that were not aware of it. And the knowledge is the power with regards to the management. So just being mindful of the prevalence and knowing that the prevalence is not because folks have done anything wrong. I think that there needs to, not so much needs to be, I would make me delighted if we could completely remove the blame and shame that's attached to the diagnosis of type 2 diabetes. Learning of one's diagnosis is a burden enough, but society itself absolutely piles on that blame and shame to the point that I think a lot of folks, after learning their diagnosis, may sort of shun it or sort of do their best to distance themselves from it for quite some time before they may actually engage in getting some help with the management part of it. I mean, we know that there is a genetic predisposition. Is there an environmental influence? Yes, we know that. But it is not someone's fault. It is not their fault. And unburdening the client of that belief, I think, is the first step that we can take. So whether it's someone, that I have the privilege to work with, whether it's, clients that are being in receipt of care from their family physicians, whether it's med students, nursing students, whatever the case may be, I think that I would just, share that if we could work towards perhaps altering our mindset with regards to this diagnosis, I think we would go a long way. And please know that these are my personal opinions, but I've also heard these sentiments strongly stated at many conferences, whether they be Canadian-based conferences or international-based conferences. Canada doesn't have ownership of that. But I think as Canadians, we've been world leaders when it comes to diabetes care and management, and I think this is a place that we'd be wise to really, again, take leadership roles in and helping to change that mindset.